Excuse me, so I have doubt.
Yeah.
Will I able to get the recordings of this session?
Yes. All the recordings will be uploaded on the portal. Okay. All right. So where you will find the recording, once you go to Python for Finance and Algo Trading, I've added a new section, Fyers 2024. In this, you'll find the recording of today's session. Like all the Fyers session I will be conducting, all the recordings will find here. Okay. All right. So let's start with today's session. So what are the few things that you need before attending the session? The first thing is you need a Fyers account. This is the first thing. And second is you need a VS Code. All right, these two things you will be needing. And we will be needing few more things, but I will be telling you how to download those stuff. All right. So let's start now. So once you go to your Fyers account, okay. So first let me show you what do you see when you go to Fyers.in. If you go to Fyers official website, this is how their official website looks like. You have to click on product. If you want to trade, you have to click on Fyers web. Are different. Sunny, so today I will be covering the automation. Tomorrow I will be covering the fundamental. Okay, and we will be having few more sessions. I guess around 4 to 5 sessions we will be having. I'll cover each and everything that you need to know in Fyers API. Okay. All right. So once you go to the product page, you will find this Fyers web. So if you click on it, click on Access Fyers web. This is where you can do the manual based trading. Okay. And whenever you place any order, you see the orders in this section. Whenever your orders are filled, you see it in position. You also see it in trade. Once the order is filled, you also see the stock in the holding, and in the fund you can see how much fund you have. So right now I have 495 rupees in my account. Okay. So this is the basic stuff. Now if you go to products again, you need to go to API. So scroll down. This is where we need to go, Fyers API. Click on it, click on request access. Once you click on request access, click on getting started. So I've already created multiple accounts. So I will be creating a new account today. So just click on create app. You can upload an image, but not needed. Let's call it Fyers 2024. Okay. Redirect URL, you can have whatever URL you want, but if you look at documentation and if you read at redirect URL, they have specified something. Let me show you. If you go, so this is, if you want to go to this page, you have to go to the home page, click on request access and click on V3 docs. Okay. So in V3 docs, you'll find the documentation on how to use the API. All right. Now, if you read about it, if you scroll down a bit more, they have told us how to create a app. See, individual app. You have to click on dashboard, create an app, description, redirect URL. Now for redirect URL, they have specified the user will be redirected to the redirect URI after successful logging in. Let's see if they have something else here. Post the auth code. Redirect URL there. This is where the user will be redirected to after successful login. Example this. This should be the same as what you have provided the time of app creation. So you can have it this also, but what I'll do, I'll have google.com. Now this is not recommended, but let's have it as google.com. It doesn't matter which URL you give. So I'll just copy this link. I'll just paste the redirect URI. Okay, so what is this URL used for? Once you verify yourself, the Fyers API will redirect you to this google.com. Okay, so I'll write Fyers 2024 demo. All right, so for webhook, click on profile, transaction info, everything will tick. I accept the API. Okay, and create an API. Webhook, what it is asking, I'll just remove it, delete. Just delete the webhook. Click on create an API. Okay, so API was created. If you scroll down at extreme bottom, you can see Fyers 2024. So when I click, you can see we have secret ID, we have app ID, right? So let me just take a look. Okay. All right. So this is the first step you need to do. Just go to your Fyers API setting and make a new app. Okay, this is how the new app will look. And you need few important information like app ID and secret ID. These two things you need. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to VS Code. Let me make a new file now. Let's call it credential.py. Okay, this will be my credentials.py, and I'll make another file. Let's call it login automation.py. Now, what is this login automation? Now, see, each day, whenever if you wish to trade via API, you need to verify yourself. Without verifying yourself, you cannot trade. So there are few steps that you need to take in order to verify yourself. So all this step either you can take manually or you can automate the entire stuff by using Selenium. So I'll show you both how to do the manual thing and I'll show you how to do it with Selenium. Okay. At least we will try to finish this much today. Okay. All right. So what are the things you need to, okay, one more thing. Now let's say in a credential, if I make any variable, like if I make A is equal to 100, I'll write B is equal to 200. I'll write secret equal to, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. Okay. So I've created three variables. I've saved the file. And now if I go to login automation, if I want to access these variables, what I'll do, I'll just write here import credentials as CR. Okay. Now in credential, what I have three variable. So whatever variable I want, so I'll write print CR dot. If I write secret, I'll find the secret. If I run the code, you see, I was able to import the secret from this file. So this is how you import works. Okay. If there are two files, if you want to import something from a file, just write import file name as you can write alias, whatever you want. Then that variable dot whatever variable you want. Let's say I want this B, A. So I'll write cr dot A. And if I run the code, you see it is showing 100. So this is how you import variables from another file. So what I will do, all of my credential, I'll write it in this file. Not needed, not mandatory. I can write the same credential here also. But in future, if you wish to send any data to me, so I don't want to send me your credentials. Okay, so it's better if you make a separate file for credentials. Whatever sensitive information we want for this entire strategy implementation, all the important stuff, it's better if you write it in a credential.py file. Okay. Now, what are the things I need? I need the secret ID, right? So just give me a second. I'll just copy all the important variables. So these are few important variables we need. First, we need client ID. Okay. So I'll just copy the client ID from here. This is my client ID. Copy and paste it. Okay. First variable done. Second is I want secret key. So I'll just copy the secret key. Copy and paste it here. Done. Then the third thing is I need this redirect URI. So it's the same thing. Okay. This link. So I'll just copy this link again and I'll paste it here. Done. Now there are three more variable. I'll talk about these three variable in few minutes, but for now, let's just focus on these three variables. Okay. So either I can directly paste it here. Okay. Like either you can import it or you can directly write it here. It's totally up to you. So for now, to keep things simple, I'll keep it in the same file. Okay. I'm not importing anything. Okay. But keep in mind that it's always better that you keep all the important data in another file and you import it in the current file. Okay. So I have all the important three things. Now what to do next? Now let's try to understand how to authenticate yourself. Okay. Now if you go to official documentation, just read about it, some basic stuff they have provided. If you scroll down, they have provided us with a diagram here. Okay. After creating an app, this is the diagram they have provided us. Okay. So two diagram, one is this and one is the above one. This step is So this is how the entire flow looks like. So first we go to apps, we go to the Fyers login. We get two things. We get client ID and we get client URI. Okay. Once you get client ID and client URI, you need to generate a link. Okay. Once you click on that link will give you auth code. Okay. I'll repeat again. Once you have client ID, client URI, by using both the credential, you'll generate a link. By using a link, you'll get a auth code after verifying yourself. Once you have the auth code, then you have to take the auth code and you have to mix it with something. See, what you have to miss, once you get the auth code, you have to take auth code and app ID. Mix both of them and again visit the site. So site will give you access token. Okay, I'll just write it and show you. Okay, what we have to do, first we need, let's call it client ID, and I need access. I need a secret. Client ID and secret. So if you have both of them, you have to visit the site. You have to log in yourself. Okay. Once you log in yourself, it will give you something which is called auth code. Auth code. Okay. So this is your Python file. So you have to take the auth code plus you have to take your app ID. App ID. Okay. By taking both, again you have to go to the website. Okay. So this website will give you access token. So this is the flow of getting the access token. So this access token is very important. Without this access token, you cannot place order, you cannot get historical data, you cannot do anything. So before moving to using the API, the first step is to get the access token. Now getting the access token itself is a long process. Now keep in mind that this is not same for all the broker. All the broker will ask you to get some credential. Okay, because how will broker know that you are the one who is fetching, who is requesting for the data? So you need some credential to prove that this request is by you. Okay, so if you go for some other broker like Kotak API, so in Kotak API, it's not this long. Okay, if you take ICICI Direct, it's quite long. It's as long as this one. Okay, but if you ask me, like Fyers has an extra layer of security. Okay, it's like more secure as compared to if you compare with other brokers. Okay, so now let me show you how to do this. Okay, first step is we need to take the client ID and secret key and we need to visit the login page. This is the first step we need to do. So how will you get the link? Okay, so to get the link, if you scroll up, we need to install one library first. So I'll just click on this Fyers Python library. So this is the library we need. Okay, so I'll just copy the code. Now before installing the library, I'll create a new virtual environment. Okay, so how to create a virtual environment? I'll explain you one more time. So first you need to write here pip python dash m venv space, let's call it Fyers v3 v only, let's call it Fyers v. Okay, I need to write Python 3. So if you're a Windows user, you have to write Python. If you're a Mac user, you have to write Python 3. So it will create a virtual environment. Uh, I'll just click on yes. So now you see I've created a virtual environment, Fyers v, and the virtual environment is also selected. Now when I open a new terminal, you see this Fyers v written here. It means the virtual environment was selected. Okay. Now if I type here pip freeze, pip3 freeze, you see no library is installed yet. Okay. So what is virtual environment? For those of you who don't know, I'll tell you. Virtual environment is like a separate interpreter in which you'll install all the libraries. Okay. Once you have all the libraries, your code will refer to your interpreter. Your interpreter, this small interpreter that you have created, will execute this code. So all the necessary library should be there in that interpreter. Okay. Now why I'm doing this? It's something I've already explained. You can watch my videos to understand that. Okay, so this is how you create a virtual environment. So I have named the virtual environment as Fyers v. Okay, and in this virtual environment, I'll install the library. How to install? Very easy. Just copy this code and paste it here. Now make sure if you're a Mac user, write pip3. If you're a Windows user, just write pip install. So this will install the library. Okay, so the first step of using the API is installing the library. Okay, so I've installed the library now. Now I'll go to the API documentation again, and if I scroll down, I'll find some sample code. See, they have provided a sample code. This is the sample code. So I'll just copy this sample code. Okay, copy it and paste it here. All right, so the library is installed. So I'll just close the terminal. I'll remove the output. Was the output, so I've removed it. So this is the sample code that they have provided us. What they want first, they have first imported the Python. Okay, one more thing. In Fyers, they have two Fyers library. One is for version 2, one is for version 3. Don't install version 2 by mistake. Make sure that you are on version 3, V3 docs. Okay. All right. So you can see Fyers V3 we are importing. Now this is not being selected. Why? Because my VS Code is not able to figure out if this interpreter has this library or not. That's the reason why it is not showing. So I'll just save and open it again. It's still not showing. Oh, one more thing. See, when I created this interpreter, I have used 3.12. Okay. Now it might work or it might not work. I don't know. All right. So I will not take the risk and I'll try making another virtual environment by using 3.9.6. Okay. Because I'm not 100% sure that if I use 3.12 virtual environment, everything will work. So I need to create a virtual environment again. Okay, I'll repeat again what I have done. I have created a virtual environment, but this virtual environment was created by using Python 3.12. You see 3.12 is written. I want to create a virtual environment by using 3.9.6. So I have to delete it now. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just do a right click, delete it. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll create a new terminal again. I'll restart the terminal first. How to restart the terminal? How to restart the entire VS Code? Okay, to restart the entire VS Code, go to View, click on Command Palette, and just search for Reload window. This will reload the entire interpreter, entire VS Code. Okay, again I'll create a new interpreter. Go to Terminal. Now, how do you select the interpreter? See, how do you select? You need to write this entire address. It is /user/bin/python3, right? That's what I'm going to write here. I'll write here Python 3. No, not Python 3. I'll write here in quotes. I write /user/bin/python3. Okay, or no, this is my interpreter -m space venv space Fyers v. Press enter. Okay, now now you see a new interpreter was selected. Okay, see a new interpreter was created, Fyers v. Now when I click on select interpreter, look at the version of this Fyers v. Fyers v version is 3.9.6. So I used 3.96 interpreter to create this virtual environment. Okay, all right. So now I've done creating the virtual environment. Now let me quickly install the library too. I can just press up arrow key. Okay, so this is the library I want to install. I've installed the library. It will take few seconds. Now it has installed. Now you see when I open login automation, nothing shows here. It means it is working fine. Okay, but still, just in case, I'll just restart my entire window. Wait, why it is not selecting? Python 3. I'll just restart the window. Go to View, Command Palette, and Reload window. Okay, now Fyers, no environment is selected. See 3.9.6 is selected, and still it is still not able to detect it. I'll just restart it. Okay, I'll just restart it one more time. Reload window. I don't know, for some reason it is not able to detect it. I'll just check it. I'll just go to terminal. You can see Fyers v. I'll write pip3 freeze, pip3 freeze. If I press enter, oh, nothing is installed. You see, when I type pip3 freeze, nothing is installed. So I need to install it again. For some reason, the library was not installed properly. I'll just install it again. I'll copy the command, paste it here. Make sure that I change this to pip3. Enter. Now, how do you know if a given library is installed or not? You just type pip3 freeze. Okay, I'll open the terminal again. Now, if I write pip3 freeze, if I press enter, you see it is installed. If I scroll up, you can see Fyers API v3. Okay, 3.0.7 version is installed. So now I know that it is installed, and you can see that undermark is not visible now. Okay, that undermark is gone. Okay, so this was the first step, that is installing the library. Now we need to create a link. Okay, how do you create a link? So we have all the credentials. So I'll just remove these credentials for now. Okay, so I already have the variable. We'll take this and put it at the top. So for now, we don't need this import. Okay, so till here everything is clear. So there are two more variables that they have created. One is response type code and one is state is equal to sample state. I don't know what it is. They have just provided us. Now in this Fyers model class, they have created a, so in this Fyers model library, they have a class called a session model. Okay, and in this session model, these are all the argument you need to send. First is client ID, then there is secret key, then redirect URI and response type. This response type is code. And then you need to call the function generate auth code. So this generate auth code will give you some response. And this response will be a link. I'll repeat again. So first we are importing the library. Then we are calling the session model class. In session model class, we have to send these arguments, that is client ID, secret key, redirect URI and response type. Once you send all the argument, you create a session object. Now on this session object, you have to call the generate auth code function. This generate auth code will generate a link for us. So let's run the code and see. If I run the code, you see it generated a link. Okay, I'll just copy this link and I will paste it here. Okay, so when you open this link for the first time, this is how the user interface will look like. Okay, so I'll just click on I accept the API usage and click on continue as this. So this is my name of the account. So you see it redirected me to google.com. Now once you go to google.com, you need to copy the URL. It might look that nothing has changed, but this URL has changed. Look at the URL. It is not just google.com, it is google.com/something something something. So I'll just copy this link. Okay, now I'll do one thing. I'll create a Jupyter file now. Login.ipynb. Okay, and let's save it. Auth code. Oh no, not auth code. I'll URI. Let's call it URI equal to this. So this is the URL that I've got. Okay, now if I run the code, it will ask me to select the interpreter Python environment. I'll select the same. It will install some library. Okay, so till here, anyone has any doubt how I got the URL? If anyone has any doubt, you can ask me right now.
Sunil, do you want us to do this simultaneously?
No, it's fine. Even
Or
if you
we'll
don't
do
do it
later?
right now, it's fine. I'll send you all the code that I have. Just do it after the session ends. Okay, I'll tell you what are the things you need to change. Only those things, do those changes and run the code.
And we'll have to like follow the same process for other broker also, right?
Yes, for other brokers also, you have to follow the same process.
As per their document, right?
Yes, as per the document. Anyone else has any other doubt? Sneha, Varun, Vidyasagar, Vipul, Sunny.
So, I mean, this URL is something similar to the TOTP, right?
No, this is different. TOTP is different.
Okay.
I'll come to TOTP in few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. All right. See, now I've got the URL. Now, if I click on this URL, okay, I've copied the URL. Now I'll open the URL. This is the URL I've got. Now, I want you to look at the URL carefully. Okay. See, first there is http google.com. Then there is slash, there is s equal to OK and code equal to 200 and auth code equal to this. This is how the URL is being divided. What I need is after that auth code equal to whatever content I have, right? So that content I need. Okay. I'll repeat again. In this URL, whatever content I have after auth code equal to, okay, that entire content I need. So what I'll do, I'll just split the entire string. Okay, so I'll write URI dot split, and I'll split it along this auth code equal to. Okay, so I'll write auth underscore code equal to. Okay, so let's run the code. Now I have a list now. Okay, I have a list where first is this and second is this. So what I need is this second value. Now in this second also, I don't need this and state equal to none. This is not needed. Okay, so now again I'll slice it. I'll slice the second part. So let me make a variable s1 equal to this. So s1 is a list. In s1 there are two elements. The first element is not needed. In the second element, it's a list, and at the end I have and start equal to none. So again I'll split it. Okay, I'll write s1 dot split. No, I'll write s1 square bracket 1. First element is a URL. Second element is the main content, right? So I'll write s1 square bracket 1. Then I'll write dot split. Okay, in split I'll write and state. Okay, I'll write and state. Okay, so let's run the code and see. See, when I run the code, now this is the list I'm getting. This is the first element, and the second element is equal to none. So what I want in this, I want the first element. So I'll write square bracket 0. Now if I run the code again, see I've got the auth code. Okay, I'll just explain it one more time what I did just now. So what happened when I got this link? Okay, after logging in on the website, I got a link, and the link was something like this. It was google.com something, and there was auth code equal to, so let's say something, and there was and what was the last thing, and state equal to none. This is how the string was. Okay, so what I did first, I divided it along this, so I got this entire content. Okay, now then again I divided into two part. One is whatever you have after equal to none, and whatever I have this content. So this is my auth code. Okay, when you verify yourself, you'll get a link, and in that link there will be multiple stuff. What you need, you only need the auth code, and I just took that auth code from that link. Okay, so the content that you see in front of you, this is nothing but the auth code. Clear everyone how I got the auth code? Now what to do? Let's I'll just save it in a variable. Let's call this variable as auth equal to this. Okay, now if I just write code again, auth. So in auth variable, I have the entire auth code. Okay, all right. Now what to do? Once you have the auth code, what you need to do? So again, we will go to API. Okay, so once you have the auth code, if you scroll down, they have again provided another Python code. So this is the Python code. I'll just copy it. Okay, now I'll paste it here. Instead of pasting it on login automation, let's paste it here. So this is the code. I'll remove the unnecessary part. Now to run this code, you need this auth code. See, they have provided auth code equal to something. Without this auth code, you cannot run this code. Okay, so what I'll do, I need these three. I need to change these three lines. So what I'll do, I'll just press enter. I need to change these three lines, right? So I'll just go to login automation. I'll copy the three variable that I need, and I'll paste it here. Okay. What else I need to change? I need to change this auth code. Auth code equal to, instead of this random thing, I'll write auth. Okay, so this is the changes you need to do. I changed client ID, secret key, URL, and I changed this auth code equal to whatever auth I have got. Okay, now once I have the auth, again I need to call the session model function. Now in this session model, I need to send client ID, I need to send secret key, I need to send redirect URI, I need to send response type is code, and grant type is authorization code. Okay, I need to send everything. And then I need to call the function set token. In set token, I need to send the auth code. After that, I'll call the generate token function, and it will generate something. Okay, see, now what is happening? Now just let me just run this code. The moment I run the code, you will see that in this response, I'll have the access token. If I run the code, you see in this response, it is saying S okay, code 200, message this and access token this. Now, whenever you get 200 in future, whenever you do any API call and you get 200, it means the call was successful. Okay, if you get something else other than 200, it means it didn't work properly. Okay, so if you have the auth code, you just need to you just need to run this code. If you run this much code, it will give you access token. Now you have got the access token, but that access token is in the response variable. Okay, so see, if I just print response again, this is how the response variable looks like. Okay, now this is a dictionary. You can see it's a dictionary. There are multiple things here. The most important thing is access token. So you will write square bracket, you will copy the key and you'll paste the key like this. Okay, if I run the code, this is my access token. So I'll just save it in a variable. Access token equal to this. Okay. Now if I run this code, I've got the access token. Now I'll just write access token. If I run the code, I've got the access token. So this is the main access token that you need. I'll repeat again what we did just now. First, we got the initial code, which had a function to generate a link. So we generated a link. Once we got the link, we verified yourself. After verifying yourself, it gave me some other link. So in that link, there was a auth code. Okay, so I sliced the entire string and I got my desired auth code. Once I have the auth code, then I need to call few more functions. Like I just need to call the session model function and just call the generate token function. Okay, so you don't need to remember anything. Just copy the code and paste it and execute it. Now, when this generate token was called, so it gave me some response, and this is how the response looks like. So it's a dictionary where there are 3 to 4 key value pair. So one of the key value pair is this 200. Whenever you see 200, it means the request was successful. Okay, and one of the key value pair is access token colon the value. So this value is what we need. So I saved this value in the access token variable. Okay, now once you have the access token, now you can call any function that is available on the Fyers API. So let me show you. If I go here, I'll scroll down. I'll just call some random function like holdings. Okay, now if I want to know holding, what function I have to call? I have to call, if you go to Python, you need to call this function called as holdings. So I'll just copy this code. I'll come here. I'll add a new cell. I'll paste it. So first you need to create a Fyers model where you need to send client ID, access token that you just got. And there are few more argument. For now, I'm leaving it as it is. And you have to create a Fyers object. Once you have created the Fyers object, you need to call the holding function. So holding function will again give you some response. See, you see again 200, it means it was successful. And this is my overall holding. You see, I have, if I scroll right, there is one stock that I have, that is Hathway. Okay, so this is how you authenticate yourself, and you can call any function you want. All right. Till here, anyone has any doubt? You can ask me right now. Amol, Puneet, Vinith, Varun, Sunny, Srinivas. Just give me a thumbs up if everything is fine. Okay, great. All right. Now, let's do one thing. Let's generate the link one more time. Now, you might think that everything is done, but this access token that you have found, okay, this access token is only valid for a single day. Okay, now this might be different for other broker, but for Fyers, this access token is valid for a single day. So each day you have to verify yourself, get the auth code. after getting the auth code, you need to get the access token. Okay, I'll just repeat one more time. So each day, what you have to do, you have to take client ID plus secret, go to the website, okay, log in yourself. Okay, after login, it will give you auth code. Okay, take the auth code, again request, take the auth code plus client ID. You don't need to log in anything. Okay, here you don't need to do anything. Here you have to verify yourself. Here you just need to call the function, and in return it will give you access token. Okay, so these steps you need to do every day. All right, now let me show you something that if I call the link again, okay, let me call for the link again. I'll go to the login automation file and I'll run the code again. Now again I've got the link. Now I'll copy this link, okay, and I'll go to a website. I'll open this link again. So second time opening. Now the moment I open it second time, it works fine because of the cache, but now I'll try to open it in a incognito mode. I'll open a private window. I'll paste it here. You see what happens? It asks me to verify myself. Okay, I need to write my client ID. I need to write my password. I need to write my TOTP. Three things I need to write. See, if I click on login to client ID, I need to write the client ID first. Okay, so let me get my client ID. So my client ID is this. Okay, so I'll just paste it somewhere here. So this is my user name equal to this. Now don't get confused with this client ID and this client ID. Okay, so here, even though it is showing client ID, but it is asking me this username. It is not asking me this client ID. Okay, both of them are different. So I'll just copy this. I'll paste it here. Okay, now when I click on continue, then it will ask me TOTP. Okay, now this is a step which we can automate and which we will automate. But to do this step, you need the TOTP code. Okay, now where can you find this TOTP code? If you go to Fyers website, so this is how Fyers website looks like. Go to products, scroll down, and go to your Fyers my account. Okay, access my account, and in access my account, click on here. See, this is my username. Click here, click on manage account. Now, when you click on manage account, you will find something called as 2FA. Okay, this is where you need to go. Okay, so I don't want to enable it. Okay, so I can disable and enable it again, but it would be. Do you want me to disable and enable it again, or should I move forward? You guys can write it in the chat room. If you want, I will disable and enable it again to show you how it works. If you already know, then we can move forward. So what happens is when you do it, you get a code. Okay, and you want that code. Okay, I'll do it. No worry. I'll disable and enable it. Okay. So first I'll disable it. Are you sure you want to disable? Yes, disabled. Now I'll enable it. The moment I click on enable, this is how it looks like. Okay, I need to scan this code on my, okay, where to scan? So there is something called as Google Authenticator app. Google Authenticator. So this is the app that you need to download. Okay, just download the app and you'll find an option to scan the QR code. Okay. Where did it go? Here. Okay, so you need to scan this QR code, or you just click here to copy the key. This is the key we need. So I'll just copy this key and I'll paste it here. Let's name the variable TOTP underscore key equal to this. Okay, this is my TOTP key. Now I need the 6-digit TOTP key and my PIN, 4-digit PIN. Okay, so how to get the TOTP? So let's make a new file. Let's call it TOTP pin.py. Okay, so to get TOTP, there is a library we need to install. If you just search for TOTP Python, this is the library. Okay, PyOTP is the library name. If you go to pypy.org, scroll down, this is how you install it. Pip install PyOTP. So I'll just write here pip 3 install PyOTP. Press enter. So this will install the library. Now the library is installed. Now I'll just write import PyOTP as TP. Okay, and in TP we have a function TP dot TOTP, and here I need to send this TOTP. Okay, so I'll just copy this thing, or I'll just copy this entire thing, paste it here. I will send this TOTP key, and let's save it in the variable k equal to this. Okay, now if I just print this k, you'll see that by using this TOTP key, it will give me some 6-digit key. Wait, dot. Wait, I need to verify. Oh, no, I need to call the now function. Okay, dot now. So now if I run the code, you see it is giving me a 6-digit code. See, I'll run it again. Each time I run it, like after 30 to 60 seconds, the code will change. See, if I run it again, it's still the same, but after a few seconds, it will change. I'll run it after a few seconds. So this is how you can use this key to generate a OTP, 6-digit OTP. Okay, so I'll just type this thing over there. I'll copy this. I'll go to my Fyers here. I'll just run it one more time. Okay, now it has changed. It is 519 617, and my 4-digit pin is 1998. So click on enable. So this has enabled the TOTP. Okay, so now you see I have updated my TOTP key. So I'll run the code again. See, whenever I run this code, it will give me a TOTP. Okay, so now let's generate the link one more time. Okay, so now I'll go to your automation link. I'll run the code again. Again, it has given me a link. I'll copy this link. I'll again go to incognito. I'll paste it here. Whenever you open this link, this is how it will show. So first we need to click on login with client ID. I need to paste my client ID first. So I'll just copy this and paste here client ID. Client ID means the client name. Click on continue. It will ask me 6-digit TOTP. Go to TOTP file. Run the code. This is my TOTP 439762. 439762. Confirm TOTP. Then I need to write my PIN. Sign in. So now once I write those 3 things, then it will take me to the google.com. Again, I'll copy the URL. Okay. Again, I'll go to this IP, my Jupyter file. Okay. Again, we'll follow the same step. So first thing is I'll change this link. I'll paste it here. Okay. Now if I run it, this is how the link looks like. We need to get the auth code from this link. So I'll just run this again. So this is my auth code is saved in auth variables. If I run auth variable, this is how auth code looks like. Now I'll again call this function to generate the access token. Okay. So if I run the code, you'll see it will give me access token. Now it is showing me a code equal to 200. So if I run this code, I have saved my new access token. Clear everyone? Till here, any doubt? Now keep in mind that auth code that we generate, okay, that auth code can only be used once. How? Let me prove it to you. See, if I run the code again, okay, if I run the same code again, it will not work. So I'll call this function again, this entire code. Now when I run the code, you see it is showing error. Your auth code has expired. So whenever you verify yourself, you get the auth code, and that auth code can only be used once. Okay, if you try to run the same auth code twice, it will not work. You have auth code, you can only use the auth code once. After using it once, you get the access token, and this access token is valid for the entire day. Okay, I'll repeat again. Now this might not be same for other brokers, but for Fyers it is. Okay, so when you get this auth code, it is, you can only use it once. Only once you can use. After using it, this access token that you get, you can use it for entire day. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to automate this entire step. Okay. I don't want to manually go write all the 3 credentials and then get the access token, right? I don't want to do this. I want to automate this entire step. So now I'm going to do that. Okay. So before I move to the automation, if anyone has any doubt in any step, you can ask me right now. Vipul, Puneet, Srinivas,
I
Akash.
have a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. Other than TOTP, can we use the OTP for the automation process?
No.
Mobile OTP.
Mobile OTP cannot be automated.
I have I'm using API bridge of Fire on daily basis,
Okay.
and there I need to log in with the OTP.
Okay.
And at same time for this to access it algo trading, I need TOTP. Then how can I manage it? If there any way, you can just tell me.
I think in Fyers you can activate any one at a time.
Yes, that was the issue. That's why I'm asking. Is there any way to handle it?
I don't know actually. You might have to ask Fyers. You might have to call them and ask this if there is anything they can do.
So this is actually same across other brokers as well. So if I enable TOTP login instead of some other kind of OTPs, they will disable all other methods.
Yes. You're asking me or you're telling me like?
No, I'm updating you. Like that's the same experience with me as well. We are only allowed to have one OTP method.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you why mobile OTP is not possible. Okay, why it is not possible? I'll explain you that. What happens when you activate TOTP, right? So this is your mobile, and this is Google server. Okay, so what this Google server is doing? This is the Fyers, let's say broker. Okay, now this Fyers broker has given permission to Google. Okay, so Google will generate a unique OTP every 30 seconds. And this unique OTP will be redirected to the mobile app. Okay. Now, the point of contact here is Google server. Google server is doing the work. So what we are doing, we are having our own Python code. Okay. And this Python code is getting the data from the same Google server. So this mobile app and this Python code that we have written is getting the code from the same server. So it is possible. Now in mobile OTP, it's different, right? Now in mobile OTP, we have Fyers. Okay. And now we have a OTP provider. OTP provider. Now there are a lot of other OTP provider out there in the market. You can just search about it. Now the problem is this OTP provider will directly send you the code to your mobile SIM. Okay, we are talking about SIM here. Here the code was being sent to mobile app. Right? Here the OTP is being sent to your SIM. Right? So we need a way to connect our Python code to this OTP provider, which is not possible. Okay, the OTP provider should have a API to make this possible. It totally depends on the vendor that the Fyers are using. Fyer might be using some TOTP OTP vendor. That vendor might not have this facility. Okay, so this is the reason why it is not possible to automate the OTP part. You can automate only the TOTP login because we have a Google server. Okay, Google server is updating the OTP, but in case of OTP provider, I don't know where that server is, who that OTP provider is. Okay, if they have some API or not. If they have any API to get the same OTP by using a Python code, then it would be possible. But I don't think that Fyers will ever reveal that because it's a security concern.
Excuse me, I have one solution for this. Every time I generate I have one suggestion for this. Is it possible or not? I get the mobile OTP every time on WhatsApp. It's same like 2-3 seconds delay. Then by using WhatsApp API, can we use it in code? By using WhatsApp API or anything that I can get from the WhatsApp and then I can use here.
Yeah,
Use it here.
this might be possible. You can send that to a Telegram bot. Telegram bot will take the input. Yeah, this other way around it might be possible. But you have to do it manually then. In mobile, the moment you get the OTP, you have to copy the OTP, send it to the Telegram app, Telegram bot that you have created. So the moment you send anything in the Telegram bot, your Python will detect it and you can verify yourself.
Okay.
This is possible.
Yes.
Okay, I have never tried it, but seems like a possible thing to do.
Yeah, I will try it, and then if there is anything, I will ask you. Is it
Sure,
okay?
sure. Okay. Now, let's try to automate the steps. Now, to automate the step, we need a Selenium library. Now, what's a Selenium library? It's a library which is used to automate the login, like any type of web automation we can do by using Selenium. Selenium Python. Okay, so this is their website. If you click on installation, they'll tell you how to install. This is what you need. Pip install Selenium. So let me close this terminal. Open the terminal. Paste it here. Now, since it's a Mac, I'll write pip 3. So we'll install the Selenium library. We'll go to the website. If you click on get started, they provided us with some sample code. So I'll just copy this sample code. Okay, copy this and create a new file. Let's call it sildemo.py. Now this file I'm creating to check if my Selenium is working properly or not. So I'll paste it here and I'll run the code. The moment I run the code, it will throw an error. See, if I run the code, it will throw an error. Now, why it is throwing an error? Because whenever you use the Selenium library, you need something called as driver. Okay, and driver is dependent on the browser that you have. Now, on my computer, I have a Brave browser and Chrome browser. If you want, you can do it for Firefox also. But now for this session, I'm going to show you how to do it for Chrome browser. Okay, so what you will do first, here you see there is a function webdriver.firefox. You'll change this. You'll write webdriver.chrome. Okay, and inside Chrome, you have to specify the address of the driver. Okay, now what is a driver? Driver is you can say it's a software, okay, which is used for automation stuff. Now, how to download this driver, I'll tell you. So you'll go to Google, or no need to go to Google also. If you go to installation, if you scroll down, they would have provided the link. See, they have provided a link for driver. So click on Chrome. So this is the official Chrome website where they allow us to download something. Okay, so I'll click on latest dashboard. Okay, you'll come here. Now you'll install. What is this? What happened? It actually executed the code. How? I don't know. Somehow it executed the code. But yeah, let it be. So you'll download the correct version. This is something you have to figure out on your own, which is the correct version. What I'll do, I'll download my correct version. That is, I'll go to Mac. This is Chrome. Wait, I'll scroll down. Okay, never stable. You should always download a stable version. Okay, don't download beta version or dev version and all. Okay, download a stable version. In stable version, you can see there are multiple stuff. So this is the Chrome driver. This is what we need. Chrome driver headless. We need headless shell. Okay, so in headless, mine is this, I guess. See, even I can be wrong. I might download a wrong one. So I have four options. This, and this. I don't know which one to download. So I'll download one randomly. Okay, so let's download this one. I'll go for this one. Now, if this doesn't work, I might have to download this one. This one. Okay. Okay, let me just download this one. Okay, this looks more convenient. So I'll just copy this link. I'll just paste it here, press enter. it should automatically download. See, it is automatically downloading. I'll download it in the same folder. Fyers 2024. Save. It's a zip file, by the way. See, it would be a zip file that is being downloaded. Okay, so this driver is needed if you wish to automate any process. Okay. All right. So what we will do, we will extract. Right now it is being downloading. It's downloading right now. Once it is downloaded, we'll extract it. There will be some file inside that extracted folder. So that file will save it in the same directory. Okay. So let it download. Then I'll show you. It's almost downloaded. Okay. Now I'll just extract it. Open with archiver. We'll extract the file. If I go inside, I think I downloaded the wrong version. Chrome Headless. Okay, let me download the other one. I might have downloaded the wrong version. So I'll download this one. Copy, paste. Save again. I'll just delete it. Okay, what did I delete? I deleted the right stuff. Okay. Now it is being downloaded. It's done. Oh, it's great. It's already done. So I'll do a right click, open with archiver. This is what I need. Okay. This Chrome driver is what I need. So I'll just copy this and I'll save it in the same folder. Now you can delete the other file that we downloaded. Okay. So I'll come back here to my VS Code. You see, I have a Chrome driver here. You'll just do a right click. Okay. Like this is an optional thing. You can just do a right click, do copy path. Okay. And again, come here. Login automation. No, not login. Log. Cell demo. Go to cell demo and just paste the address here. Okay. That's it. Now I'll run the code again. It is throwing an error. It is saying string object has no attribute capabilities. Or I'll not write anything for now. Let me just try this. Okay, it is opening. Even the address should work. I'll write add equal to this. Okay, I'll do one more thing. I'll have another driver here. This is how this Chrome driver looks like. Okay. So this also I downloaded. The version is Google Chrome for testing.app. So it's all about downloading the right version. Okay. If the code doesn't work, it means you've downloaded something wrong. So like this looks different, right? This looks like testing.app and that looks different. I don't know why. I'll just download something else. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, let me download one more thing one more time. So I think I downloaded this one, right? Now I'll try this one. Like this is always a confusing thing to do, which one to download. So I always try multiple things, whichever works. I'll just download it one more time. So the point being that the code should work. Okay. I'll show you one more interesting thing. I'll just copy this file now. Okay, see, I'll just copy this file and I'll paste it here. So I have two Chrome driver. This is also Chrome driver that I downloaded. This is also Chrome driver that I downloaded. Okay, so now I'll copy the address of this. Copy path. I'll write add equal to this. Okay. Maybe I should write it in triple quotes. Now I'll run the code again. It should work. Oh, even this is not working. Okay. I might have done some other mistake. Even this is not working. Like if I don't write any address, it is working. So it is working if I don't write any address. But even address should work. Okay, I'll do one thing. So what argument we need to send? We need to send option service keep alive. Option service. Okay. So I think it is not needed. Maybe in the latest version, they don't need the address. Okay. So they automatically take the address. They don't have anything called path and all, right? No, they don't. So I don't think you have to send the address anymore. Okay. In the previous version, you have to, but in the new version, you don't. Okay. I think any Chrome will work. Okay. So just so to let you know, I'll delete one. So this definitely works. I've tried it first. Now I'm not sure if this new one will work or not. So let's try this new one. Okay. This is what I want to try. So see, if I run the code, it is working. It is opening this website, that is python.org. I'll show you some other website. I'll try google.com. Let's try to see if we can open google.com or not. So I'll just paste it here and run the code. You see, it should go to google.com. See, it is going to google.com. So it means it is working fine. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to log in the, I want to automate the login stuff, right? So let's go to login automation file. So till here we are getting the link. Okay. So till here we are getting the link. So I'll make a variable u link equal to this response. Okay. And let's copy the code of from here. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, so I already have the link. So instead of this link, this google.com, I'll write here link link. Okay, and let's remove the remaining stuff for now. I'll write time.sleep. So I need to import one more library, that is time. Import time. Okay, and I'll write time.sleep for 5 seconds. Okay, so what I'm doing, the link that I've got, I'm going to open that link and I'll sleep for 5 seconds, then we'll close the file or close the driver. Okay, let's run the code. If I run the code, it will go to this link, it will wait for 5 seconds and it will close the window. Okay, so we have reached till here. Now, what I want to do, I want to go to this link. Let's increase the second. I want to go to the link. First, I need to click on this login with client ID. Okay. After clicking on this login to client ID, I need to click on something else. Right? So let's try to do that. Okay. So I've already written the code for that. So you don't need to worry about it. So this is the code. So this is the code. It will sleep for 1 second. It will search for this client ID. See, I'll show you how it looks. I'll comment it. I'll run the code again. I'll just copy this link, close this, and let's paste it in a cognito mode. See, when you go here, you need the link of this login with client ID, right? So how do you get it? Just do inspect, click on this, over on this login with client ID. This This is the this is the HTML code to click on this login with client ID. So just do a right click on copy, click on copy XPath. That's it. So if I paste this thing here, this is how this XPath look like, and the same path is here. See, login with XPath is this and this. Both of them are exactly same. Okay, so I found the XPath. Then I'm calling the find element function. Comment. Okay, so this is my path. Then I'm finding this element. Then I'm clicking on it. Okay, because I have to find this element, then I have to click on this. Okay, after clicking, this it will change like this. Okay, then again I'll sleep for 1 second, then I'll find the client ID. So this will change. Initially it was number, now it is client ID. Again I need the XPath for this client ID, right? So again I'll do the same thing. I'll click here, again do a right click, click on copy XPath. So I've already done it, so you don't have to do it. I'm not doing it again. I'm finding the XPath, then I'm sending this my user ID. After sending my user ID, I need to press enter, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to send keys.return. Return means press enter and then sleep for 1 second. So these are all the things it will do now. So let's see if this works or not. So I'll just run the code again. See, it will click on login with client ID. It will send the client ID. See, it worked. Right now I need to write 6-digit TOTP. Okay, so till here everything has worked. I'll repeat again what I have done just now. I visited the link. I clicked on login with client ID. I've written the client ID. Then I've clicked on continue. How did I click on continue? Again, I did the same thing. I got the XPath for this continue. Okay, see, this is the XPath. Just do a right click, copy XPath. Okay. Now, after writing client ID, I need to write TOTP. Correct. So to get TOTP, I need this code, TOTP pin, right? So I'll just copy these 2 lines. I need to copy this also. Login automation. Let's paste it here. And let's paste these 2 lines here. Okay. So in this, I think I should name it T here because here I have named it T. Yeah, T. I'll name it T. Let's call this T. So I have TOTP now. I don't even need this because I already have created a variable here, TOTP key. So all my credentials are here. Okay. So I have my TOTP also. TOTP is also there. Now I need to write a code to type those TOTP. Okay. So this is not an easy task, but I've already done it. So this is how you type it. Okay. So this code will find the XPath for all the 6 boxes. It will send the each digit in all those boxes, and then it will click on it. See, at the end it will click on it. Then it will sleep for 1 second. So let's see if this is working or not. It will go. It will first click on login to client ID. It will add my client ID. It will write the 6-digit TOTP. Done. Okay. Now the last step is I need to write the 4-digit PIN. Okay. So for that I need to write the 4-digit PIN. So this is my 4-digit PIN. Copy it and paste it here. This is pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. And this is the code to type 4-digit PIN. Okay, very easy. I'm just doing the same thing. But see, here I was using XPath. Here I'm using ID. Small change because XPath was not working. So I had to use ID. Okay. Now after writing, it will click on the submit button. See, if I run the code, it will verify myself. It will first click on client ID. Then it will write my client ID, write 6-digit, write 4, done. It has visited google.com. Okay. Now after visiting google.com, I need to get the URL. Okay. The URL that I have at the top, right? So how do I get that? So to get the URL, we have a function that is driver.getCurrentURL. So I'll copy this. And instead of here, I'll paste it here. Okay. This driver.currentURL will give me the current URL. And then from the current URL, I'm getting the desired auth code. Okay. So I'll just print the auth code here. Print auth code. Now if I run the code, you see it will generate the auth code and it will print the auth code also. It will write client ID, it will write 6-digit, it will write this. Okay, I need to add a sleep also. I removed the sleep. Always add a sleep, okay, because you never know, it might not work. Time dot sleep for 1 second. We'll try it again. Check. It will go link. Copy the link. You see, this is my auth code. See EY and all. This is my auth code. I found the auth code. Okay. I've already shown you how do you convert auth code to a access token. That is already done. Now, can this entire thing be done headlessly? What is headless? Now see, when I run the code, it opens the browser. It means it's a head. It's a what I can say, I don't know. It uses the head. Okay. If you want to do the same thing without opening the browser, there is a way to do it. Okay. So what we do is we just write this code. Just write these 3 lines of code. Okay. So just go to where you are writing. So instead of this line, you write this. Okay, I need to import also. I need to import one more line, that is this. I need to import option. Need to create an option argument and just write add argument headless equal to new. And then just write option equal to option. So these 3 line of code will do the entire thing without opening the browser. Okay. So let me now, before showing you this, so I'll just comment this for now. I'll show you in few minutes. But before that, I need to get the access token, right? I found the auth code. Now I need to get the access token and I need to save it in a file. So I've already done it. So see the same code that I have written here. If you go to login.ipynb, see I have, once you have the auth code, you just need to run this code, right? So I'll just copy this. I'll go to login automation. I can close it. It's not a problem. Okay. So this code, okay, I don't need these things. Auth code is being saved in auth code. So I'll remove this line also. Okay. This will generate auth code and it will save it in. Okay. Now I have got the response. I'll get the access token also. Okay. So in access token variable, I found the access token. What I'll do now, I'll save it in a file. I'll write with open. Let's open a file. Let's call it access.txt. I'll write w as k. I'll write k dot write and we'll write this access token. So what will happen? The moment access token is generated, this code that is from line 101 to 123 will generate the access token from auth code. Once I've found the auth code, I'll just save this auth code in a file. Easy. Let's run the code and see if it works or not. It will open the browser. It will click on login to client ID. It will write my client ID. It will write my 4-digit PIN. It will get the link. And you see, if you click on access.txt, I found the access token. Now, before doing anything, I told you that you need access token and we have the access token in access.txt file. Okay. Now, can we do this headlessly? Yes. Now I'll uncomment these 3 line of code. Okay. Now, if I uncomment this and if I run the code again, it should work without opening the browser. Let's see. Wait, I need to comment this, of course. See, it did the same thing without opening the browser. I'll show you one more time. If I run the code, it will do the entire thing without opening the browser. See, it will take few seconds, around 10 seconds. But in 10 seconds, you'll see something here. You'll see the access token. You see, I found the same access token. This was the response and it saved. See, I'll show you one more time. I'll just delete this. Now there is no access.txt file, right? If I run this same code again, it will actually create the file for me. Around 5 to 10 seconds it will take.
Will the text file will always replace or will append the next response?
It will always see when you use W, right? So it removes the entire thing and it writes it again. So each time it will keep every day it will erase entirely and it will write it again from the start.
Got it.
Okay. So this is my entire login automation step. Okay. So if you want to do it headlessly, even that is possible. You just need to write these 3 lines of code. Okay. If you don't want to do it, just uncomment line 44 and comment the other 3 lines of code. So this is how we automate the login process. Okay. Any doubt till here? The only major concern that you would be having when you want to run the same code in your file, what are the changes you will do? First is you need a driver, Chrome driver. So you need to download the Chrome driver correctly. That will be a one difficult task for you. After that, just change the credential. Okay, these are the credentials we need. I'll make sure that the credentials are not repeated. Okay, so this also you can. Okay, this pin also you need to change whatever your pin is. And the rest of the things will remain the same. Okay, I'll repeat again what thing you have to change. You have to change these credentials, your client ID, secret, you redirect URI, username, TOTP, pin. After changing this, you need to change your 4-digit pin, pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. And that's it. The moment you run the code, it will automatically generate the access token for you. Okay. Now, without this access token, you cannot move forward. This was the first step of our API, that was to get the access token. Okay. And we have created a lot of files. I'll just delete all the unnecessary file. Now see, all the file like TOTP is just a helper. I will delete it. Cell demo is also a helper file. I just wanted to show you if it's working or not. This is also a helper. Okay. It is also not needed. This is the main file, login automation. I have added everything in this file. Okay. This is also not needed. It's a log file. Credential. Okay. Now this credential, how you will use? If you don't, whenever you are sending, you don't have to send these things. Okay. Just save it in a file and import it. I'll just show you that also. See, what I'll do. These are the important stuff, right? So I'll just take it here, paste it. So these are the credential. I'll copy this. I'll paste it in credentials.py. I'll save the file. And here, instead of, I'll write import credentials as CD. You can call it whatever you want. And right here, CD dot client ID. Here you will write CD dot secret key. CD dot you redirect URI. Oh, this also I need, right? User, I should have having username CD dot username. Okay, this is CD dot TOTP key. This is CD dot pin 1. Pin 2. This is pin 3. This is pin 4. See, if I run now, I'll just delete this file. I'll show you by running it again. Again, it will work similarly. Now make sure that all the files, which file? This Chrome driver file and this credential file are in the same directory, and this login automation. All the 3 files should be in the same folder. They shouldn't be anywhere else. Only then this code will work. Okay. So any doubt till here? If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Puneet, Sagar, Vidya Sagar, Akash, Sneha, Ravindra.
Writing down that pin over there, is it safe? Like if I'm having a lot of funds in my account, is it safe to write that pin like that?
Like, don't share the file. I'm sharing it because I'm going to change it after this session.
Even though I am saving it in my PC, is it safe to, like, if someone else is coming and
if someone else is opening the file, no, then it's not suggested. Okay. All right. So I will be changing the pin. So that's why I'm showing you after the entire API part is done. Okay. Now let's discuss about orders also today. Okay. So after learning about orders, I'll end the session. Okay. So I have already created a file. The file name is orders1.ipynb. I'll just paste it here. So this entire file, entire code I will be giving you, don't worry. So now whenever you want to do anything, the first step will be this. Okay, you'll open the file. I'm opening with open access.txt. I'm reading the file and I'm saving it in access token variable. And then you need to copy the client ID also. So if you go to login automation, if you go to credential, this is the client ID. Okay, you need this information also. So I'll copy this. I'll go to orders and I'll paste this here. Okay. So this is the first step you will do. So I'll just run the code. Fyers. So I've selected. Now let's see if it is working or not. So before running this, I think I can run this. Let's run the code. You see code 200. Whenever you see 200, it means it is working fine. So I just called the method position. Okay. So what is position? If you go to documentation again, let's close this for now. You go to here. If you need to go to transaction info. In transaction info, you have a position. Okay. If you call the position method, this is the data it will give you. Okay. And you can easily convert this data into a data frame, which I'll show you tomorrow. Okay. Now I know that whenever I see 200, it means it is working fine. Okay. So now I'll show you how to place different types of order. Okay. So before I start with the order, if anyone want to ask anything, you can ask me right now. All right. Let me explain you the different types of order. Then I'll show you how to code it. Okay. So now this is something most of you would already be knowing, but in case if you are a developer and you have never traded before, for them I'm showing you this. What are the different types of order? So there are, the first is market order. The second is limit order. The third is stop order. The fifth will be cover order. And the last will be bracket order. So these are the 5 orders that I will be showing you. Now, sadly, I don't know any Indian broker which has trailing order. Okay, this is something which is not available in any Indian broker, but it is available in Interactive Broker. Okay, so I will show you all the 5 order, but this is something that is not available. So if you want to implement the trailing stuff in your strategy, so you have to manually code it. Okay, now I'll just give you a brief overview about all the different types of order. First, market order, very easy. Whatever the price is at that particular instance, when you call the method, it will take a trade. Now there are 3 things when you place a trade. Okay, so this is broker, this is exchange. Okay, now a lot of broker have a software to figure out that whatever order you are placing is correct or incorrect. Okay, so when you have an API, so when you send the request, if you send something wrong, okay, so it will be rejected by the broker itself. Okay, let's say you have sent something right. Okay, it is correct. So broker will send to exchange. Okay, and if the order is filled, so you can say, so here it will show you filled. Okay, this is how order works. So you send it to the broker send it to the exchange. If order accepts the order, then the order will be filled, and in your broker, your position will be added. Okay, that stock position will be added here. Let's say this is Amazon. Okay, so when you place a market order, whatever the price it will get, it will give you that price. Now, what is limit order? Now, see, limit can be buy limit. Okay, let's forget about that. Let's say the market price is 100. Okay, now when you're buying a stock, you want the best price. Let's say you want 98 price. So what you will do, you will place a limit order. Okay, you will place a limit order at 98. So what will happen? It will not, your order won't be filled instantly. So exchange will wait till the price drops from 100 to 98. The moment it drops to 98, your order will be filled. So in your position, you will be having the order exactly at 98 or your order won't be filled. Two things will happen. If it's an intraday order will be cancelled automatically by the end of the day, or the order will remain in your account for I don't know how many days in Fyers, but like for a elongated period of time, the order will still be visible in your order book. Okay. So this is how you place a limit order. That is, you want a fixed price and you specify that price. So broker will send an order with that price. This is what a limit order is. Now, what is stop order? Now, stop order is a little confusing thing. Why? Because this is the reason why you use limit order is to get a best price. Okay, the purpose of a limit order is to get the best price. Purpose of a stop order is to save your capital. Okay, stop order is being used with an assumption that you already have a trade and you want to minimize your losses. Let's say you have bought a stock at 100. Okay, now you will profit when the stock moves up. Let's say it has moved to 105. So you will make a profit of 5%. Okay, but let's say the stock moves down. Okay, it has moved to 95. Right. So you don't want to bear more than 5% loss. So what you will do? You will have a stop loss. Now this stop loss is what you can also call it you can also call it sell stop order. Okay, stop loss and sell stop order is the same thing. So sell stop order you will place. What will happen when you place a sell stop order at 95? The order won't be filled until the price reaches 95. The moment the price reaches 95, this stop loss order will be converted to either a market order or a limit order, depending on how you have coded. Okay, if you have coded market order, it will be converted to a market order. If you have coded in a limit order, it will convert it to a limit order. Now let's say you have converted into a market order. So what will happen? Your position, which was at 100, will be closed at any price. It might close at 94. It might close at 96. It might close at 97 also. You don't know. Okay, when you have a market sell stop order. So see, in stop order, there are two things. One is market sell stop order and one is limit sell stop order. Okay, now there are two more things. One is market buy stop order and there is limit buy stop order. Okay, now when will you use this? Okay, you'll use this. Let's say you have sold a stock at 100. Okay, you have sold it at 100. Now you'll only make profit when the price will move down. If it reaches 95, that is where you will make money. Right? But if the price reaches up, let's say it is 105. So now you're losing it. You're losing money and you don't want to lose more than 5%. So what you'll do, you'll place a market buy stop order. Okay, at 105. So what will happen? The moment the market reaches 105, your order will be filled. Now it's a market order, so you don't know at what price it will be filled. Either it will be filled at 104 or it will be filled at 106. You don't know. Okay, but if it's a limit buy stop order, so it will be exactly filled at that price. Okay, so stop order is also clear. Now the next is third one is no, this is the fourth one, right? Fourth one is cover order. Now what's a cover order? In cover order, we place two orders. Okay, one will be you can say a market order. So let's say this is buy, and one will be a stop loss order for risk, or you can say save money. Save. Okay, two order will be placed at the same time. Okay. Now this cover order will automatically close your position when your loss is more than a certain limit, which you have determined when you have placed a stop loss. Let's say you have placed a stop loss of 5%. Okay, so 100 is the price, stop loss at 95. So the stop loss will remain at 95. No matter how your price fluctuate, your position won't be closed. The moment it reaches 95, that is when your position will be automatically be closed. Now, when I say position will be closed, it means if you have a buy order, it will automatically sell it. If it's a sell order, it will automatically buy it. Okay. And the last one is bracket order. Okay. So in bracket order, what it will do? It will place a market order, let's say. Okay. It will have two more legs. One will be stop loss leg and one will be take profit leg. Now the benefit of bracket order is that you not only have a defined loss, you also have a defined profit. Okay. And if any of the leg is triggered, then the other leg is automatically closed. Like let's say your profit target has hit. So your stop loss will automatically be closed. All right. Let's say if your stop loss got hit, then your take profit would automatically be closed. This is the benefit of using a bracket order. Clear everyone? All the different types of order is clear? Any doubt in this? I think this would be enough for today. I've already taken quite a lot of time. So we'll discuss the code tomorrow. Okay. How to place different types of order we will be discussing tomorrow. So before I end the session, if anyone has any doubt, you can ask me right now. Okay. All right.
Sunil, I have a question. 1 second. In different type of order, see, if it's in the market order, we will code it's in the market order is a market price.
Yes.
It will hit, right? But in other order type, we have to mention the price or percentage in the code, right?
Price. Yes, you have to specify.
Okay.
I'll show you
Thank
tomorrow how to do that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Playwright, I don't know, Sagar, what is playwright?